Ciao everyone, welcome back to another slow fashion video coming at you from my new temporary home in the Algarve in Portugal. If you want to know a little bit more about that move and what I packed and everything, I will link that up here for you. But today, another round of myth busting, particularly the myth that participating in slow fashion has to cost a lot of money. I wholeheartedly believe this isn't true, primarily because there are so many steps in our cycle of consuming fashion that don't involve shopping. We tend to focus so much on the actual purchasing side of sustainable fashion and slow fashion when there are so many other steps to our consumption of fashion in general, like figuring out whether the things we think we need are actually wants in disguise, how to properly discard garments by swapping or donating, as well as simply perhaps doing research on a brand instead of shopping from it right away with a knee-jerk reaction. Slow fashion isn't necessarily about where you shop, but how you shop and how you consume. So today I'm going to share more ways that everyone can participate in slow fashion that don't cost a lot of money. And I'm going to say a big thank you to today's sponsor, who is Skillshare. I regularly partner with Skillshare because as someone who talks about slow fashion, I don't like to take on too many sponsorships that require me taking on too much new product. So a partnership with Skillshare is ideal. They are an educational resource, which is something I really value. And it's just a fabulous online learning tool where you can discover new skills, learn new things, or perhaps hone in on a skill that you've always been wanting to perfect. Skillshare's classes can be taken at your own pace, and they've also got a really great selection of social good courses. This month, I am taking the course Video for Instagram. Tell an engaging story in less than a minute. This course is taught by Elise Narvez, and I think will be perfect for me because, I mean, not gonna lie, I tend to be very wordy, and it seems as though content creation is just getting shorter and faster by the day. So I think I'm gonna really benefit from this one. If you love learning, this could be a really fun option for you. And if you are interested, Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 people to use my link in the description box below 1 month of a free trial of Skillshare. If you like this kind of video that encourages creativity instead of consumption, hit subscribe below. You can also find me on IG and at my live Shop Your Closet Studio workshops. It's a really engaging 2 hours online. So now let's jump on it. I've done a part 1 to this video, which dives a little bit deeper into some of the underlying reasons why slow fashion being expensive is a little bit counterintuitive given its origins in frugality. I will leave that video up here for you. But one of my first tips to participating in slow fashion that actually costs nothing is to get used to being an outfit repeater and loving it. I never watched the show Lizzie McGuire, but apparently there is like a big shameful moment when she repeats an outfit.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
And this whole idea of outfit repeating being taboo has probably been made even worse through social media. But here's a really hard and fast, scary statistic for you. Excuse me, I have notes. From a report done in The Guardian in 2019, a UK survey showed that 1 in 3 young women considered a garment old if it was only worn once or twice. To me, this is a reminder that a lot of slow fashion has to do with our mindset, and every piece of our consumption informs the other. The easiest way to repeat your outfits without feeling like you're repeating outfits or getting bored of your clothes is to come up with several different outfit formulas that you like to wear for different occasions. And keeping these formulas as broad as possible can really help you mix and match similar items in different ways. I did a whole video on this topic. I will link it up here for you, but a really easy example for me in particular is jeans, some sort of shirt, whether it's a collared shirt or a blouse or a light tee, and a blazer. This is one of my go-to formulas. However, You can change up the silhouette in your jeans, the wash of your jeans for a completely different look. And also the silhouette and cut and texture of the blazer will make a huge difference in your outfit as well. Most of us tend to have multiples of similar items in our closets. So simply mixing and matching them in different ways can make us feel like we're wearing a new outfit every time. Or, you know, you can always just wear the same thing on repeat and not really care what anyone else thinks. In my last video, I talked about how important it is to, keep your clothes in good condition and make sure they have room to breathe and store them properly. But if you want to be like a true nerd, something you can do is to merchandise your closet like a boutique. So hang colors in order from light to dark, or if you have a really colorful wardrobe, organize them through the colors of the rainbow. I've also read that, starting with all of your lighter, calmer colors when you first open your closet is a really nice visual because it helps you feel calm and less chaotic. Other things you can do to make your wardrobe or closet or whatever space you use feel more like a boutique is to use things like antique or vintage dishes as a unique way to store things like glasses and jewelry. It's little personal touches that make your items more appealing that can make all the difference. There's also a really great trick to folding sweaters over your hanger. I'll see if I can find a clip for that and leave that here. If you find folding your sweaters or putting them on a shelf just isn't working for you. Another tip that I like to do is keep all of the clothes that I wear often at eye level. Then always keep a little stool handy so that you can grab those out of reach items. In addition to good laundry practices, mending your clothes or getting to know your seamstress or tailor really well so that you can adjust things when they need mending or adjusting to a changing body or lifestyle can be a game changer for your closet. Depending on what adjustments need to be made, the cost for a tailor or a seamstress adjustment is so much more affordable than buying something brand new or even spending a lot of money on a very high-end item that doesn't even fit you quite well in the first place. The beauty of mending and adjusting your clothes is that they become more personalized to you, which is a wonderful way to solidify and discover your own unique personal style. I personally don't think that we discover our personal style in a store. I think this is done through feeling our clothes, wearing them over and over, and figuring out how we can look best in them. A garment that looks bespoke to you, whether it's because of an interesting mend or because it's been taken to a seamstress and adjusted to fit your body, can make all the difference between feeling a little bit not so great and frumpy to feeling like $1,000,000. And you didn't have to pay much for it. My next tip is to participate in the sustainable fashion community. This doesn't really cost much at all. In fact, it doesn't have to cost you anything except for a portion of your internet bill, if you like. There are some really great free resources and communities that you can become a part of, but you can also simply engage with influencers, content creators, and other forums in the slow fashion and sustainable fashion space. I'll leave some of my favorite ones in the description box below. Tip number 5, you guessed it. Get good at thrifting and shopping secondhand first. This is often one of the first pieces of advice when talking about how to participate in slow fashion, but I don't think it is the only way. Thrifting and shopping secondhand is amazing, and there are some incredible online shops now that offer a really quick way to search for exactly what you want. But thrifting and shopping secondhand can still be very time prohibitive, and it can also be prohibitive for people with varying sizes. The plus size community has a tough time finding great options in their local thrift stores. Same thing for people with disabilities. So I don't think we can put a blanket statement on secondhand shopping being the solution to fast fashion. This is why I think all of the other points of participating in slow fashion are really important. There isn't just one way to be a slow fashion lover or enthusiast. So going back to thrifting and shopping secondhand, if it is available to you, it is an incredible way to acquire high quality pieces at an incredibly affordable price. The resale market is set to surpass the retail market in just a few years, I believe. There are more secondhand specialty and consignment shops that focus on size inclusivity. What's also great is that some brands are now adding secondhand marketplaces for their merchandise and general merchandise. So all of these options are great as secondhand becomes more prevalent. Rentals can also be a good option if you don't want to actually keep something in your closet forever and ever. Oh, and secondhand can also look like a simple swap with a friend. Zara produces approximately 8 million garments a week. Nobody needs that many clothes. Like, nobody. If we can reduce the demand on these huge brands, then we can do our part in perpetuating slow fashion. My final tip, be an influencer. Everyone's an influencer. Let's be real. You don't have to have a bajillion followers to create an impact within your close circles of friends and family. Your slow sartorial choices can really impact those around you simply by bragging about an item you got secondhand, or if someone notices that you've been outfit repeating, if you admit it and say it with pride and like a whole lot of sass, they'll probably be influenced by your enthusiasm for this kind of stuff. And again, this doesn't cost you anything. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked these tips. If you have any tips or ways that you like to participate in slow fashion without spending a lot of money, leave them in the comments below. The comments in my last video on this topic were also phenomenal. I learned a lot. So definitely go check that one out as well. A huge thank you again to Skillshare for partnering with me on this video and future videos. I will leave that link for you in the description box. Thank you again for spending part of your day with me. It really does mean a lot. I will be back with another slow fashion video, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Ciao!